Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video and share with you a simple strategy, allegedly 4 divines, per hour. Uh, I would say it's quite simple, but depends. Now I've set up 2 tabs, as you can see here, right? I have this QQ, right, and this one. Now this one is based on white maps. I'm running. The other one is based on yellow, but let me just remove this or hide it. But both strategies, right? Let me move OBS on this side, are basically bringing the same stuff. Now this is the QQ, which is 3.95 divines per hour, right? For 4 divines, let's say, and this is 3.8 something 4 divines per hour, right? You can pause. This is what I got from the white maps. This is what I got from the yellow maps, doing fields and cemetery. Now what I do, right, is I just run those 2 because I like the 4 scarabs, right, and this one because when you do legions on fields you get way more loot, because the legions spawn, I feel like they spawn in a better place, than cemetery. Cemetery is more close to the wall, you lose a lot of the rewards, so it is what it is. Now I just gambled 12 divines on stack decks and I got 3 divines back. But you win, you lose, that's the game. Anyway, so what we're going to do, right, is I just want to show you, and as you can see I actually run Legion constantly, but this is what we're going to do. Now before we start, right, this is my Atlas. You probably can do a better job at it. You can remove those 2, place them here, right, if you want. You can remove this if you want. I'm mainly testing most of the time, just tweaking small things here and there. Sometimes I'll remove this and I'll add it for scarabs, like here and here, right. I don't see much of a difference, to be honest, so I'll just leave the quant here. But this is what I use right now. Now this is my gear. This is a 1200, where was it, yeah, 1296, right, LA bow, elemental damage, and I'm using life tap, prismatic burst. Probably better to use increased critical damage, right, but doesn't matter. Mana forged, lightning arrow, elemental damage, burning arrow, which is not even 2020. This is just so I can move around, because as you can see I'm quite slow and I like speed, right. But it has this, actually the Senat is 5C, 20C. Oh wow, it's 20C now, interesting. It sells for 5C as well, so 520C, it's quite cheap. The point is that it's quite cheap. Now I'm using it with less duration, which I actually have to make it 2020, because yeah, I forget about stuff. It doesn't matter, you'll never see this because I edited from the video. So I'm using lightning orb, faster casting, power charge on critical strike, less duration. This is the usual cheap, what's 1C, 2C, yeah, it's 2C with 1.1 allegedly, 2 projectiles, which is 1.1 divine for, I don't know why is it so expensive, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is some ring that I needed for intelligence, but because I use this now, right, which gives me this, ignore attribute requirements, I don't need int, but I'm lazy, I don't want to search for a ring. Anyhow, my point is, this is something I just crafted by accident. It's not, not bad. Probably there is some better stuff, but not bad. I was quite lucky to Let's see. Well, it's not even the trade. It doesn't show on trades. Well, it's 4.5 divines, 10 divines without the attack speed and the fire damage. Anyway, I just, crafted it. It's item level 83, couple of chaos orbs. Eventually, I was lucky. This just for resistances. This nothing special, right? Anger, I don't use the anger because I need mana for the whole teleportation thing. Purity of elements, dash, second wind, bisco, sniper's mark, mark on hit, precision, which I already have from here, but I'm doing some other stuff as well, and clarity, right? Here I'm using lightning arrow, trinity, inspiration, increase critical damage, elemental damage with attack skills, and mirage archer. I would say I paid for this 2-3 divines. I paid for this 12-13 divines, and everything else is cheap stuff, and I found now this thing, right? As I said, I was looking on the internet and I found that I wanted to use 12% mana reservation efficiency. I wanted 2 nodes, but I went with 1 because I already have here 1. Probably it's better if I actually get 1 here, right? But it is what it is. I was just lazy. Anyway, so I went with increase projectile, right? Attack damage, I have 3 nodes. That's about it. Large, I think a massive ring, right? Thread of Hope, which I don't know how much it... 37C. Oh wow, 37C, so it's quite cheap. I haven't done the 4th lab. I'm lazy. This thing, right? Which is, let's see, how much is it? 3.6 divines. No, nothing special, I guess. This thing I just crafted using some, alterations and regals. Basically, if you don't know, you just get this, right? Let's say you want something, you just use alterations. If it's, for example, like this, white, you use, orb of transmutation until it gets blue, and then you just start spamming until you get, let's say I want this thing, right? And I want something else. Let's say it's not what I want. Then I'll just scour it, right? And just repeat the process until I get, let's say I want this and I want to add an additional, skill or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Let's do this, all attributes, right? And, if you're lucky, you'll get something. If you're not, you just keep repeating or just buy it, right? The whole point is that this thing is not so expensive, especially white maps. You should be fine. I don't think you need a lot of stuff to run white maps. So, anything else? Let's see. Yeah, this is my skill 3 or somewhat of a, inspired learning, which is 20C. So, let's say the build is 20 divines, right? There is stuff that I can improve. Unfortunately, I can't be bothered, right? So anyway, this is what I run, right? Legion, 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 and guess what? Legion. So we do this, we enter the map, and if we're lucky, we'll have delirium, but we don't have delirium. And basically the idea is to just teleport around. Is there something here? Nope. Let me.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And this is basically for people who struggle to, let's say, make currency or something, right? It's not like high-end stuff. Yeah, if you don't understand what's happening, don't worry. I have no idea what's happening as well. I just go around, shoot, and that's it. It can get quite crazy, to be honest. If you get a headhunter, right, it's way better. Because of this inspired learning, you're losing the buffs really fast, so you have to be quite fast, or try to be fast, so you can keep some of the buffs. Yeah, and of course those projectiles, like always, they'll kill me. Anyway, I mean, you get the whole idea. What was that? Oh, there was someone here. Well, you're messing up my presentation. Okay, so this is maybe how it should look for you. Oh wow, look at this, amazing for the video. Well, profit. So the idea is, right,
I'm not up to that just yet.
let me see. You get the incubators, and right now there is a lot of stuff here. I have a custom filter because I don't like legendaries, right? I don't like this. I don't like the abyss one, whatever they are. I don't like a lot of stuff. So I have my own custom filter with stuff that I like, I don't like, right? Which is this thing. And I can get only the things that I want. So this is what's going to look for me, right? So don't go crazy because some people will be like, they'll show you this and you think, oh my god, there's so much stuff, right? So it depends what you want and what you don't want. But there are a couple of things happening here. I made about 100 divines just from stack decks, and that's not a joke. I have 5 builds. I have all the builds I've invested. The money came, basically the currency came from stack decks. I dropped a couple of nice cards, I dropped the first card I dropped was 21 divines. I don't remember what it was. Something about mirror, blah blah blah. So here is the thing. So the idea is, right, that you get incubators for divination cards, incubators for currency. This is what I'm getting, what I'm aiming for, and scarabs. Those three, because some scarabs are quite expensive, about 20.
What have you got?
About 20. I want chaos. I have. So this scarab is 29 divines, 29C, right? This one is 18C, right? This one is 17C, and ambush is like 10C, I think it was. Yeah, 9C. What was it? There was, I think it was this one. I don't think it's 200 and, but Jesus Christ, quite expensive one. Anyway, you get the point. I farmed this, right? Stack decks, Legion for currency, and because I'm running delirium. The reason for the delirium, you know, for me, is because it adds an additional monsters, and because we're running like incubators and we need 8,000, right? We need a lot of monsters on the map, right? So that's why I'm running delirium. It can get, you know, sometimes some monsters with delirium, especially if you get higher like stacks or levels of delirium, right? They can get absolutely crazy, but usually this is what I'm doing to get 4 divines, you know, per hour. Plus, you know, sometimes you get some, you know, fabulous other divines, all kinds of items, right? This thing, for example, sells for 9C, right? This, you get those as well. Where are they? Those, which I have 21, right? So it's about 210C. They go for 9, 10, you know, this, right? This one goes for 10, usually 11 sometimes, but they both go for, let's say, 9, 10C, right? So you get them quite a lot. I have those as well. The point is, you can do this even without Magic Find. The reason I'm using Magic Find, which is not even Magic Find anymore, right, is because I dropped a Mage Blood, and I'm running yellow maps and hoping that I'm going to get either a leather belt, right, or a heavy belt, which has the chance to, you know, I have the chance to actually drop a Mage Blood or a Head Hunter, which I was aiming, but it is what it is. The point is, get your resistances, get a nice bow, +1 arrow, you know, get a quiver if you can, +1 arrow. It doesn't matter if it has +1 arrow, right? Get some chest like this. This is a total joke. It doesn't matter. Gloves, whatever you can find, you know, this is for, I'm trying to build the Omni now. Get some gloves, get some belts, you know, boots, and just run Legion, run Legion, run Legion if you want, you know, if you want. That's the whole point of the video. As you can see, I was actually quite lucky as well. I got a divine. So this is what I'm going to do. You know, just spam, go inside and just repeat, and that's about it. It's a quick and simple, I think. You don't need a really high amount of damage. I would say maybe go for 700, 800 elemental damage bow, right? I went with this one because it's 1300 basically. Every other bow was about 950, and the price was way higher. So I would like to have some, instead of fire resist, you know, some critical strike chance or critical strike, you know, multiplier, but it is what it is. Ah yeah, the burning enemies you kill have 10% to explode, right? It's just something I was testing and I just left it there because once again I'm too lazy. I just go inside map, gather the stuff, go inside map, and that's about it. But anyway, I'll leave it here. Once again, where is it? this is what I got, right? Yeah, if we take a new snapshot, 3.9, because you know we moved some stuff, or the prices have adjusted. And if we go on the other tab, right, which is where is the snapshot? Yeah, here. It's 3.66, so about 4 divines per hour. Yeah, that's it. Have fun.